What up, y'all? Saturday game special. Bengals, Steelers. I'm going to give you a bold prediction and an X Factor. Seb's going to give you bold prediction, X Factor, his score prediction, my score prediction. There is the Ravens and the whole division, the whole AFC North division plays on Saturday. We ain't going to entertain that Cleveland and Ravens game. There's no point in doing that. The Ravens are going to beat the crap out of the Browns. And if they don't, it's because they've rested all their starters and they're ready for the playoffs. So, Seb, take us away.
T. Higgins is my X factor in this game.
Okay.
I have my reasons. If you watched that game last Saturday, you would understand why.
You love T. Higgins, man. You're hoping he comes to New England.
He's not gonna. Coverage is gonna be towards Jamar Chase, and the run game if Chase Brown's able to give it a go with his ankle. This will open up T to have another game like he did last week. And versus similar Broncos defense. The Steelers and the Broncos have a similar scheme on online defense. Okay? Even though Jamar had 102 yards on 9 catches, T had 131 on 11 catches. So T was getting targeted more and he was getting the rock more than Jamar was. So his target ratio is in favor of this game. T. Higgins has to have another big game for the Bengals to win. The Steelers defense will be giving Joe Burrow all types of different looks with TJ Watt, and it's going to be important that T and Chase are open quick enough to get the ball out because Joe Burrow is going to get sacked quite a bit if he does not get that ball out. T. Higgins is my deciding factor in this game. If he has a bad game, I don't see the Bengals winning.
And also, Joey Porter Jr. is probably going to be on Jamar Chase, the number one receiver.
That's what I mean, opening it up. You have the coverage is going to be pointed towards Chase the whole game.
Deontay Johnson got hurt for the Steelers. I don't know if he's out or not, but I know he got hurt, and he was leading the league in interceptions a couple weeks ago. So, that's big.
Is Fitzpatrick in, or is he hurt?
Yeah, Fitzpatrick is playing.
Okay. Oh, God. My bold prediction is that Joe Burrow will have 300 passing yards. If the MVP were to be a quarterback this year, I'm picking Joe Burrow 100 out of 100 times over Lamar and Josh Allen. Yes, Josh Allen's having a miraculous year, but I don't care. This team was 4-8 with a 4% chance to make the playoffs. Let that sink in. Now they are here in the final week fighting for a spot, all thanks to Joe Burrow. Burrow had 309 yards last time he played the Steelers.
4-8. That's crazy.
Yeah, and now they're here. And he hit 300 on the road 3 times this season with 428 in Baltimore. Baltimore is a in-division team just like the Steelers. On the road, he's hitting 428 over there. Granted, the Steelers have a way better all-out defense, but still. And he hit 356 in LA versus the Chargers, but that's the Chargers in a dome. Joe Burrow is the one player no team wants to see in the playoffs. Saying it right now. Joe Burrow to have 3 or more touchdowns isn't a bad take either. In his last 8 games, he's thrown 3 or more touchdown passes.
You're absolutely right about that.
This man has 4,641 pass yards, 42 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions on the year. Season all on the line, give me Joe Burrow. Or should I say, give me Joe Shiesty, man.
Joe Shiesty. Joe Burr. Joe Burr. I like that one the most. Joe Burr. I agree with Seb. And to give you another statistic to back Seb up, Joe Burrow has had 8 consecutive games with 250 pass yards and 2 touchdowns. That's third behind Mahomes, Breeze, and Brady, who are all tied for second at 9 games with 250 pass yards and 2 touchdowns. Can you guess who number 1 is?
Jalen Hurts.
Most consecutive games in a row of 250 pass yards and 2 touchdowns.
Patrick Mahomes.
He's second with 8. And then Brady is second with 8, and Breeze is second with 8. So who else do you think is in that category? To play, they have 11 games. The streak is 11. To have 11 straight games of 250 yards and 2 touchdowns. Who would be a quarterback that have 250 yards and 2 touchdowns in 11 straight
Lamar
games?
Jackson.
We're talking about passing yards.
Yeah, but...
Fuck. This is all time.
All time?
Yeah, because it's Mahomes, Breeze, and Brady.
Shoot.
You were alive when it happened.
Aaron Rodgers?
Good guess. That's a good guess. But Peyton Manning.
Peyton
with 11.
Okay.
He's at 11 games in a row with 250 passing yards and 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
That's pretty impressive. Joe Burrow is third on that list with 8 consecutive. He's going to go over 300 yards like Seb is saying. But my bold prediction is Jaylen Warren over 21.5 receiving yards. His prop currently
Jaylen Warren.
His prop currently sits at 21.5. I like his style of play. He's quick and he's small. Reminds me a lot of myself. Okay. Warren has seen 11 targets over the past 2 games and has gotten over 40 yards in back-to-back games. The Bengals are going to be putting up points, and the Steelers are going to need to muster some offense, and the way they do that is going to be throwing it to the receiving back, and they're more explosive back. In Jaylen Warren, I am a Najee Harris fan. I like Najee Harris, but Jaylen Warren is very explosive, and I think if the Steelers want to keep up with the Bengals, they're going to have to throw it to him out of the backfield and look for some explosive plays with some of their explosive playmakers, and he is one of them. And the last time he played the Bengals, he had 4 receptions for 50 yards. Line sits at 21.5. I have it over 21.5 for Jaylen Warren. So, X factor for this is the Bengals offense. Kind of goes with T. Higgins with Seb. They've had 8 straight games over 24 points. The Steelers have allowed 27 plus in 3 out of their last 4 games. Mahomes had 320 yards and 3 touchdowns on Christmas Day against the Steelers defense. They peed down their leg on Christmas.
That was funny. Okay. I was like, yo, there goes your, what'd you have over on
spread? I had the spread like 7.5.
Yo, there goes your spread.
It was like
shut up, Seb.
1. Yeah, I'm aware, Seb.
Shut up.
Why? There's a reason I'm not in the room. Burrow just had 400 plus yards versus the Broncos, who was a top 10 secondary with Pat Surtain. And they killed Riley. What is it? Riley Moss or something?
Yeah, Riley Moss.
With the white boy?
Yeah,
they killed him. I felt bad for him. He was having a pretty good year. Didn't allow a touchdown all season until T. Higgins dropped 2 of them on him.
He was dealing with an injury.
So yeah, I would say the same.
No, I'm serious. He was like...
I believe it. He looked hurt. He couldn't keep up with T. Higgins. T. Higgins isn't a speedster. So the Bengals offense is going against this Steelers defense that's on a 4-game losing streak. And like I said, has allowed 27 plus points in 3 out of the last 4. And Bengals have scored 24 plus in the last 8 games. And Joe Burrow's on that 8 consecutive game streak with 250 pass yards and 2 touchdowns. That's going to take my score prediction. And I got the Bengals winning this game 29-24, and the Steelers end this season on a 4-game losing streak. And it's hard for me to say that because I feel like Mike Tomlin would get it done. But looking at last game, 38-44, Steelers won. I don't think they're putting up that many points again after they just took a crap loss on the chin to the Chiefs. But I wouldn't be surprised as I got it somewhat close, 29-24.
Well, we knew one team from PA was going to have a downfall, but we didn't know which one. Anyways, to my score...
I knew it wasn't going to be my Eagles. Go on, though.
Anyways, to my score, Bengals win 34-20. I don't have it being close at all. I think with the Bengals season is on the line, Joe Burrow is putting up MVP numbers, and this is a totally different Bengals team than from the last time that they played the Steelers, where the Steelers sent them to 4-8. And the Steelers saw them when they were also playing at a higher level. Now they're kind of playing at a lower level. So they kind of swap places. And the Steelers are worse than they were the last time that they played them, and the Bengals are a lot better. That's all there is to say. So this is a better all-around football team. And when you get into an offensive shootout with a team, the last team that you want to get into with is the Chiefs. But then behind the Chiefs is really the Cincinnati Bengals. So, to me, the Bengals win this. I think it'll be close for a little bit, and then T. Higgins will have it again.
Yeah, T. Higgins is definitely, I think, going off again. He seems pretty motivated.
He
needs like 150 yards to get 1,000. I think he wants that.
He's not coming to play with Drake.
What's crazy is that even if the Bengals win, they're not in the playoffs.
I know. We got to wait till I have something to say about that in our next take. So
the Dolphins and the Broncos have to lose.
No. The Dolphins don't have to lose. Only the Broncos do.
Really? I thought it was the Dolphins and the Broncos.
Maybe the Dolphins do as well.
We'll see. All right. We'll see you guys then.